All right, thank you, Michelle. Now I'd like to introduce Jay Stewart, the Gray Falcon.
All right. Let go. Here you go. Sounds like a super.
Y'all hear me? Yeah! I just want to say something real quick. You know, I've been fighting this kind of stuff since I was a young person, and I always felt like I didn't have many grown-ups that had my back. And look around, and I'm going to say something right now. From the bottom of my heart, I consider all of you civil rights heroes. You see, the tactics they used on all of you, they used on people like us when we were alone. They tried to stigmatize you, they tried to use violence, and when you stood up to the violence they inflicted on Caleb Gladney, you took them a step back. And Barry says unclench your fist. Well, I'll say, hey Barry, why don't you unclench your fist on the private sector and all these hardworking people. And on that note, I want to say that, you know, this is a nonpartisan movement, but at the same time, I want to give the Republican leadership credit for going into that so-called summit and telling him to stand when his son goes down. Let me tell you, the reason why they did that, was because of all of you. And we've been calling for 6 months to say, hey, before you talk about any policies, Republicans, tell them that the strength of this nation is in the people. And it's the people who saved this country from the Great Depression, not that stupid, pointless stimulus, whatever it's called. We always say that they seem to have a problem with wealth. And the problem is that the greatest wealth isn't measured by GDP. The greatest wealth is measured in the conservative mothers. You know, you have Michelle Moore, Gina Loudon, Dana, Sarah Palin. That's what they fear. And hold on a second. It says the stimulus package did not work. I just have a problem with this whole notion that, well, we saved your jobs. I think right now the CBO said it was about $826 billion. When you add that up, it's about $431,000 a job. How many of you make $431,000 a year? And hey, but wait a minute. All those of you that make $500,000 a year, more power to you. We've had a lot of enemies. Lenin, the Nazis, the British a long time ago. Since when did Americans who were successful become the enemy? That's right. You know, this man, I counted, and I don't watch TV all the time, and I have a little boy. Every time Obama says, the rich are the problem, the rich are the problem, I've counted 234 times. And that's just in the few times I watch it, because every time I see him, I want to turn him off. Okay? So, here's my thing, okay? He paints the picture of the rich as some fat cat CEO. What about the pipe fitter? What about the plumber? What about the lumberer? Or the mover like me that saved his money and sacrificed instead of going out and spending a bunch of money on whatever and saying, "Whoa, where's my health care?" They save and work 80 hours a week. They deserve their $1 million. Right. Stop demonizing them. And just to wrap it up, I want to say that everything that's happening right now, we all have our different ways. There are going to be some people who are going to want to vote for this. We're not a party. We're a movement. We're a family. And sometimes families have disagreements. But in the end, we all have to love each other. Now, some of us might like one talk show host over another. Some of us might like one candidate over another. You know, but the bottom line is we're driving and forcing all of them. Not just the Democrats are opposing this, but the Republicans are being a lot tougher than they would have been if it wasn't for you. So I just want to thank all of you and stay strong. We got a long way to go.